I ran out of things to say. I'm just gonna try to slow it down. How do I say it? Should I say monster maps or should I say Pneumas? Okay, don't tell them. Got it. Oh, we're up. Hello, guys. It's been a long time since I see you. It's been so long. Hello. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone here in the OC servers or anyone in Asia. Good evening to those in US, and is it also good evening or good day to those in EU? What about in SA servers? Well, hello. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Perfect World Mobile stream sessions. So today we're going to talk about monster maps or the card systems or the Pneumas. So we're going to guide you through it, and by this time you probably know what to do already, but let's just see that you actually know it that well. So okay, so if you like us or if you win something, follow us here in Perfect World official Facebook page, in our Discord, and of course, where else? Yeah, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. Do we have that, boss? I don't know. But yeah. And if you like me to support me, you can follow me in the links down below. So I'm gonna wait for more people to come on. Good night. Hello, hello. Good evening, everyone. Hello, shout out to those in Brazil. Shout out to those in the OC server. And shout out to those in the Vietnam server. Hello. What else should we start now? There's still a lot of time, so I'm gonna use this time to talk to you guys. Okay? We're getting the cap removed after reset. Any suggestions what to do first? So we will be 120 plus. 120 plus is the ascension, right? It's like you go ascension. Okay, so my suggestion to those who's gonna start going for the ascension level, you have to make sure you saved your legendary quests, because you might need it to you need it to level up faster, because we had like an EXP bonus. So the legendary quests that you had during that 119 area, we were able to use it to level up and be able to do like the higher up dungeons. What else? Yeah. So my suggestion is, when you start the opening of the ascension, do not do your dailies. Wait for the reset first, so you have enough spirits or activities or EXP for the new level opening. So when you start, I suggest that you max out with your 119, right? I suggest that you first do the ascension quest first, and then after that one, you have to fill up your 120. So with that 120 EXP, you do your daily. So by the time it's done, you can ascend and start leveling 1. Because when you open up 120, there's also, you have to fill up the 120 bar, and you can only do that if you have daily saved up for that day. So you have to save that one, and then after that you can go ascend to level 1, and then you can do the rest of your dailies that way. So that's my suggestion for anyone who is doing the level up quest, the ascension area. And also you're gonna have the homestead. No, you have the homestead already. Yeah, I think that's one of the most important things to consider at that area. Just save the daily quest, then the maintenance, and then level up to 120 immediately. Don't do anything else. 120 first. Then after the 120, You fill up those EXP bars and then ascend, do the ascension quest. It's quite fast, but it's a long process anyways. Where else? Shout out to those in Italy, in Brazil. Hi, Kingslayer. Brazil. Shout out to US17 who's watching right now. Wow, there's a lot of Brazil people. Shout out to those in US28 and US27. No, I play in my phone because it's easier for me to stream. And also, I'm very bad. Like, although I can play with an emulator, I'm very bad with the coordination. So I prefer doing it on phone. I tried it using with a really big tab. It was very hard. So I prefer my phone because I'm used to it. And hi from Turkey. Oh, I love Turkey. Okay, what else? US server 4. Hello. Case to level up faster. Yes, so for those who's in the same timeline as ours here in OC1, there will be a new class coming soon. Hooray! I know you guys know about it already, and I know a lot of you has been preparing for it, so it's coming out, guys. It's finally coming out soon. Can't tell you when. Release the servers. I don't know when the new class is coming for server 10, but for those in the same timeline as US1, EU1, and OC1, we're gonna have a same class soon. As long as we are the same level time, we're gonna have it. Server 10. Sorry guys, I have no idea about server 10. Hello, US22. SA06. Okay. Excuse me, skill book level 99. What is that? Okay, I think that's enough time. So, as you guys know, when we start the stream, we'll be having 10 questions, or we're going to be asking 10 questions throughout the stream, and we'll be giving out prizes when you're chosen to answer the stream. So you can pick out, it's going to be a multiple choice question, and you can pick up the letter by the comments down below. So question 1 to 4 and 6 to 9 will get items worth 1,000 bound gold ingots, while those who answered question number 5 and question number 10, they will receive items worth 2,500 bound gold ingots. I think it's fine. There's no need to rush because this game is meant to be played a long time. If you're still level 59, there's still a lot of time for you to catch up, so I don't think you should worry about that. Okay, what else? Should we start now? Okay, let's start now. Okay, I'm gonna tell you the first questions, and by the way, if we chose you as the winner, you have to follow us in our official Discord and message Kendrick. Yeah, Kendrick is gonna be the one on the topmost with the bot icon, or the bot status. That's him. So, okay, question number 1. Don't forget to write your answers down below. And remember, it's all about the Pneumas, or the card system, or the monster maps, okay? So question number 1. Does a level C Pneuma have its leading skill? A, no. B, yes. So again, does a level C Pneumas have its leading skill? Is it A, no, or B, yes? So write your answer down below and we will tell you if you win it or not. While we start with that, let's start the discussion of the stream. Okay, so first is we're gonna talk about monster maps or Pneumas. So one of the expansions during the Ascension is the card systems, or the monster maps, or the Pneumas. Basically, we just call it like cards systems because it's much more easier for us to picture out that way. So basically, you use the shards and to open up, and then you use the Pneumas, and you have these kinds of stats. So Pneumas with a higher star individual levels grant higher stats. A grade Pneumas and above have a leading skill which makes their owner stronger. Okay? So every Pneuma has, well, not every, but let's just say level S Pneumas has a guaranteed leading skill, and these leading skills are what you use to build up your own formations, which we will get to. Oh no, my stream. Yeah, okay, by the way, my stream keeps cutting off. But yeah, so you use this one to build up your own formation. Okay, so there are different kinds. Let me arrange this by S. Okay, so cards like this had something inside it, like the leading skill. I don't. It's quite. This kind of expansion is quite easy to learn, so I don't know much. I'm trying to stall time to give you all time to answer, but there's not much about this at all. However, yeah, this is it. So you use the S cards, and you make your formation depending on the leading skill, and the leading skill is you build it up depending on your playstyle. But S cards have a guaranteed leading skill. How about let's check the A cards. So A cards also have, yep, Ruri is one of the requirements for clerics, but also depending on playstyle. This one is very suitable for PvE situations, so you would normally put this on the leading section. Okay? Is that enough time? Okay, 1 more minute, guys. 1 more minute, and you can check the Pneumas that you have, or the cards that you have here. Oh. By checking your monster maps. Also, the game will keep introducing monster maps. There's gonna be more coming on later, but they are slowly just introducing it one by one. So you have to wait up if there's gonna be a new Pneumas introduced. But so far, this is what we have right now. But later on, it is guaranteed that the server will introduce more cards for us to play or use with. Okay? So next question. No. Answer to question number 1 is A. No. So level C Pneumas doesn't have a leading skill. For example, this one. See? So the answer is letter A. No. Okay, second question. So second question is items worth 1,000 pound gold coins, okay? Gold ingots. Whoever gets to answer this correctly, we will message you and you can follow us in our Discord. So the second question is, how many Pneumas or cards can you deploy in total? A, 4, or B, 5? So again, how many Pneumas or cards can you deploy in total? Is it A, 4, or B, 5? So as we continue that one, I'm gonna introduce to you the 4 types of the 4 types of cards and their rarity and the types of cards that they have. So because this kind of stream already came sooner or late than it should be, so by this time you guys probably know already the S, A, B, C type of cards. And I don't know if I should still introduce it to you, but let's do it. Let's just how do I wait, huh? It's not in proper order, but okay. Let's talk about Hydra. Hydra is the card that is easiest to get to because you can get this from the Realm War store. So you can check the source here of the card. I'm not going to check the bonds later because that's another discussion to be held. And then we have Heelbreaker. These are the currently S cards that you have. There's 6 of it. And you can get this from the mall. except the Grindmouth and the Hydra. Hydra is from the Realm War Star, and Grindmouth is for the Dusk Dungeons or the Moonfall Dungeons. Soth is from the box also, so is Tara's, Hillbreaker, and Zephyr. Currently in our server we have where is it? I can't find it. Here. This is Soth though. Here, Zephyr chest. I'm blind. But yeah, you use this. Yeah, okay. Normally with the S card, you get like 90 bound gold ingots for it. However, if it's an A card, like for example, a Zuri box, it would only cost around 20 bound gold ingots, okay? So you just buy this from the mall, and then you can use it. And hopefully, please have, yes, we got a Zephyr shard. Oh my god. Okay, give me one moment. Okay, they want to see themselves. Okay, hi. There. Yeah, so that's it. Ignore them, guys. Okay, so yeah, that's it. The next is, now that you know that those are the ways to get the S cards. So, Hillbreaker, you can check their skills here. This is Tara's, Grindmouth, Soth, and Zephyr. So that's the S cards currently. And then for the A cards, oops, daisies. We have Zuri, Pneumas, Callum, Hell King, and Behemoth. Normally the A cards, you can get them from the Soul Dust store, which I will tell you how to get them later on. But they are also being used as one of the chests every after maintenance, and if they are in the chest there, you can bind them for 20 bound gold ingots. Okay, that's it. I think, yeah, that's enough time for you to answer question number 2. So yeah, and the rest of the B's, you can probably read it. And then, where is it? And then the C's. Okay, so let's start question number 3. But let's answer question number 2 first. So how many Pneumas can you deploy in total? The answer is letter B, 5. So as you can see, you can deploy around 5 Pneumas to complete your own formations. And before we continue talking about deployment or formations, let me ask you the next question, question number 3. Okay? This is also worth items worth 1,000 gold ingots. So question number 3. Does a level C Pneuma have bonds? What, grammar? Does a level C Pneuma or a card have bonds? Is it A, yes, or is it B, no? Again, does a level C Pneuma have bonds? Is it A, yes, or B, no? So don't forget to write your answers down below. Okay, let's continue. We're gonna talk about the card system formation. So the card system formation is normally 5, which you already know. But how does it look like? So it's originally gonna look like this. It's gonna have like 4 supports and 1 lead. And then the question is, can I just put 2 cards together? And the answer is gonna be yes. 2 cards is enough to build, because what matters in this deployment formation is the bonds that you create. So you have 5 chances, or like 5 cards you can put, and how like get the most bonds that you can have using that formation. Okay, so one thing that you have to consider about your formation is that whatever is in the middle or here on the lead is what will be the skill that will be used on your character. For example, I'm a Sage Cleric, which means that I heal. And let me see. Let me show it to you guys. And okay, if I'm gonna put Hydra as my lead, I won't be as efficient as a cleric, because Hydra only works if I deal damage. And being a cleric, you don't really deal damage because most of the time you're healing people. So if you put Hydra in your main or as your lead there, you won't be able to make much use out of it. So as a cleric, the best at the moment, my suggestion is you can have Heal Breaker for your PvP and have Ruri as your PvE, because you can rearrange the cards depending on your playstyle or depending on your situation. So you have to plan that out carefully. So in this case, I'm gonna put Heal Breaker. Although having the highest card in the middle will give you much BR, what you're going after here is how efficient you are as a player. So it's not about BR, but how can you make the most being a cleric or being a DPS or being a tank. Like for example, if I'm a Sage tank, I wouldn't want to use Hydra as my main because I wouldn't be dealing DPS at all. So I'd rather put a Heal Breaker or something else like Grindmouth in my middle. But then again, take my words with a grain of salt because it all depends on your playstyle. Because whatever makes you happy, you should do it. And if your playstyle is going to be like this, then I wholeheartedly support. Okay, yeah, so let's leave it like that first. So it doesn't matter, like it doesn't have to be S cards that you put here. You can also put A cards, C cards, B cards. What is important is that you are able to have the bonds. Like, do not put a card if there's no bond in it just because it has a higher level or a higher star. Because stars, the moment that you use the card, you can already get the stats out of it. From, if it's the formation, it's the bonds that being used. Okay? Yep, just in time. For the next question. Yay! Yeah, okay. So the answer to number 3 is, does a level C Pneuma have bonds? The answer is A. Yes. Even a level C have bonds. So let me show it to you as an example. Here. Bonds. So here. So even FTP players, you don't need to buy like the S cards if you can't afford it, if you don't have gold ingots. It's okay, because if you're gonna do cultivation dungeons, you're gonna have the drops such as Flame Dancer, Voiceless Bird. You know, when you do cultivation, there's always a guaranteed drop. Guaranteed drop of level C or maybe sometimes level B. And even level C cards is enough to create your bonds. But then again, you have to be careful. Did I say it? Oh no. Okay, let's talk. That's for the next topic. Okay. Yeah. The answer is letter A. Yes. Next question. Question number 4. What is the max level of a card? What is the max level of a card or a Pneuma? Is it A, 50? Or is it B, 60? So write down your answers down below. What is the level of a Pneuma? What is the max level of a Pneuma? Is it A, 50? Or is it B, 60? So make sure to write your answers down below. And let's continue. Let me check your answers. Ah, yes. What is the best Noumic combination for a demon archer in PvP build? I cannot give you suggestion on the PvP build for an archer because I'm a cleric and I haven't really studied other people out, but I suggest that you open up ranking and then you open up archer and then let's personal info the people out and check their Pneumas. Voila! That's probably, this is the suggestion. But yeah, every person has their own playstyle and we don't know, or we cannot guarantee, or how do you say it? Everyone has their own playstyle, and if this type of cards suit you, then you pick that one. Some people enjoy Grindmouth because they like the hurricanes and they like confusing people about it, so pick that one. And some people prefer Hydra because of the bleeding effect. Some prefer something else. So everyone is different. And if you need much more suggestions, you can check your server ranking on the Archer and check their Pneumas. Okay? Okay. What else? Did I ask the question already, the max level? Yeah, I think I read. Okay. Let's continue. Let's talk about bonds. So bonds is one of the most important things that you need to consider in the card system. Essentially, the main point of the card system is the bonds itself. Well, in my opinion, that is. Because you want to make... Oh, this is why. You want to make use of the bonds that you have and the proper, how do you call it? Collaboration? No, proper connection? Yeah. Proper mix of cards to get the most out of the bonds. Like for example, in my case, I have 6 bonds activated. And to check which bonds that you want to have is you're going to go to this one, to the card, and then you click the bonds. And if you open this one, you can have an idea of what kind of bonds you want to go for, and if these bonds are connected to other cards to build up your 5 bond connection or 2 bond connection. In my case, I figured getting this kind of set because I am a Sage Cleric and I am going for the tenacity and the, where is it? The attack, the tenacity. So as you can see, Hydra has a lot of connections, and to make the most out of Hydra and her bonds, I figured connecting the rest. Because also, like for example, where's Taras? Taras is also connected to Grandmouth, connected to Soft, connected to Hydra. And then I get all of these stats or bonds. Because with the bonds, is like added stats to your character. And by using the card itself or having the card itself is already enough to get the stats of that card. However, the bonds is like an additional bonus. So you might want to consider that one. Also, you have to consider the bonds depending on your playstyle. Because let me show you something. Although my setup is more about tenacity, benevolence, or like, protection kind of build up, you also might want to consider the bonds with Hillbreaker. Hillbreaker has a crit, that's 707, that's a lot. And the crit damage bonus, which is 1029. Earthshaker Ica is still not yet released. However, when it's released, you might want to consider shifting to the crit build rather than the attack build. But then again, this is up to you to consider. Because even if with the A cards or the C cards like this, you can get the most out of it, but again, depending on your playstyle. Do you prefer more tenacity, more benevolence, more viciousness, more pugnacity, health, or attack? You can know you can know all about this if you read your account bonds or the card bonds that you have. And also, please consider that. What else? Yeah. Please consider that everything in the cards is depending on your budget. Okay. Does the order of support cards matter? No. The support cards doesn't matter. What matters is just the lead, and the rest can be in any other position. You don't have to worry about it, okay? So, let's answer next. Is it done with the bonds? Okay. Next is, the answer to number 4 is 60. What is the max level of a Pneuma? Letter B, 60. So I hope you answered 60 down below. Next question. This one is worth items worth 2,500 bound gold ingots. Okay? So here's the question. How many Pneuma shards do you need to evolve a level 5 Pneuma? How many Pneuma shards do you need to evolve a level 5 Pneuma? Is it A, 40? Or is it B, the number of shards increases as the star level gets higher? That's quite long. So is it A, 40? Or is it B, that the number of shards keep increasing as the star level gets higher. So okay, now that you know level 5. Okay, the next is we're gonna continue with upgrading cards. So upgrading cards is, a lot of people really forget about this, but it's one of the important aspects of the game. Like for example, this one. So you upgrade, this one is currently level 40 and you can level it up max to level 60. And you can upgrade this using the soul gems. And you can get these soul gems by using your cultivation runs or opening up the chests. When you open up the chest, you will able to receive soul gems, especially if it's a level 91. But still, even the 20 chests will allow you to get you soul gems. And yeah, the thing that you do is that you just, oh, I can't click it. I just have one at the moment. Yeah, that's just it. But when you have a card, there's a given activated stats. And even if you don't put it in your deployment formation, it is enough for you to receive the stats there. So basically, the more you upgrade a card, the more you get the stats of a card itself. So you have to consider also which cards do you want to level up first. Because cards like, ooh, where is it? Cards like Behemoth has M-Crit in it. Most of the time, a lot of people is finding where, is looking for M-Crit and where to find it. So one of the considerations is you get those M-Crit cards and you level them up as high as you can, and you're able to get M-Crit. This is already permanent, by the way. Even if you put it there or not, you will get the stats just by having the card itself. And the more you level it up, and especially to 60, you can get these stats inside, or the stats itself. Okay, so where can we find this? So the soul gem one is in the cultivation runs. The rest you can open by getting boxes, and also you can buy it here in the mall for 24 bound gold ingots. That's a soul gem 3. It will give you 1,000 Pneuma EXP. That's quite a lot. And if you're in a hurry to get all those BRs, the cards is one of the things that can help you out. Especially if you need a certain type of stat that you're going for, like crit damage bonus, or magic attack, or attack itself. Yes. Let me check. About the server release, anyone in Discord or us have no idea when that's gonna be released. The only people who will know about the release is just the devs themselves. And it's up to them to decide if they want to release it or not. Okay, I think that's all. Should we continue? Okay. Okay, that's enough time. So how many Pneuma shards do you need to evolve a level B Pneuma? The answer is B. The number of shard increases as the star level gets higher. Excuse me. So if you have a level B, a B card, even if you upgrade this, is it evolve, right? Yeah, okay. Evolving means you're adding stars to the card itself. And as you can see, I have 30 here because I have a 3-star B card. However, this one has probably much more. It needs 35 because as you increase evolving, because the moment you evolve, you get a star on the side of your card. And the more you have more stars, the more cards it is needed to evolve it to the highest part. Okay? So that's it. What else? Let's start the next question. Number 6. Okay. How many times can you evolve a level A Pneuma? How many times can you evolve a level A Pneuma? Is it A, 6 times? Is it B, 5 times? So again, how many times can you evolve a level A Pneuma? Is it A, 6 times, or is it B, 5 times? So let's continue. Which part are we? Yeah, okay, evolving Pneumas. So how can we evolve Pneumas? The only way to evolve, let's just say, S cards that you want is by having the shards themselves. The only way that you can have these kind of shards is by example, depending. The level C ones, you can get them from the cultivation dungeon. The more you get cards, the more you can level up or evolve them as high as they can. And then the Grime Mouth, you can get it, I just missed it, but there's gonna be a world auction for Grime Mouth shards, and you can buy those shards here, or because people get those and they put it up in the auction, and you can buy those with unbound gold ingots, and you can use this to evolve your cards. But as you can see, Grime Mouth can be quite expensive, especially if it's like, you know, really high up during the auction state. So that's one. And then the other is Hydra. So Hydra, you can get Hydra shards by buying, how do you explain this? By Realm War. So if you have been doing Realm War, you are able to get these Realm War shards, and you can exchange those in the Realm Shard store. Like for this, I don't have enough right now, I just have 18, but if I have, I'm gonna buy these Hydra shards and hopefully level up my own Hydra. So these are the two easiest, no, not really easiest, but ways to find or get shards. And then as you have known already, you can get it also by the mall, by buying it from the chest that comes out every once a week, depending on what kind of shard it will be. But also, if you have, okay, let's just talk about that one later. So these are the ways that you can evolve a card. So, oh no, this one's already. So where is it? Evolve this one. So if you have a lot of cards there, you're able to increase the current stat that you have, and also increase the skill wise. Like for example, if I am able to max out Heal Breaker, I will be able to have, if I'm able to max out this one, I'm able to have at least like 50% decreased damage if my HP is below 30%. Like you see this green thing here, is the more you evolve or the more it gets higher, it's gonna keep improving. So you have to consider which card you want to evolve, especially if it's something that is on your leading skill. So my suggestion is, if you don't spend that much in this game, I suggest you just focus on your leading card and you can evolve it as high as you can go. Although you can also use these other means of leveling up cards, because they will also give you something in return later on. So yeah, that's it. Where else should we continue? Okay, there's enough time now. So the answer to question number 6 is 5 times. How many times can you evolve a level A Pneuma? The answer is letter B, 5 times. Okay, question number 7. What will happen if you evolve a Pneuma star level to the max? What will happen if you evolve a Pneuma star level to the max? Letter A. Is it A, the profile picture of the Pneuma will change? Or is it letter B, the Pneuma will come alive? So, again, what will happen if the evolved Pneuma star level is leveled to the max? Is it A, the profile picture will change? Or is it B, the Pneumas will come alive? Okay? So, the answer, okay, let's talk about it. So after this one is, okay. Well, okay. There's not much here. But if you want an overall, like how to check how much stats you got or how much Pneumas you've collected, you can click this one here, the stats on the top right corner, and you will see how much of the stats that you're able to receive and how much Pneumas that are collected. So this is one way to check. Okay. There's one way to check if how much stats that you get. So if you guys have any questions relating to this one, I will answer them now. And all of the rest of the questions that you got. So don't forget to write your questions down below. I'm scrolling on your comments right now, but it's not coming. Yeah, so what else do I need to consider? Collection, insert information. Oh yeah, okay. Let's talk about how to get or evolve the Pneumas as efficiently as possible, depending, okay, as efficiently as possible. Not really efficiently, but depending on your budget style. So if you're not able to whale this game or you're just like a low whaler, I would suggest that you start or you keep doing Realm War and then you keep exchanging Hydra, because when you get Hydra, you're able to exchange the maxed Hydra for Soul Dust, and in the Soul Dust, you can buy the cards that you need in your Soul Dust store. And by then, you're able to buy shards for your own character, or for those cards that you want to buy. So that's one efficient way. The other one who's really F2P and is not able, I suggest that you that you just keep doing cultivation runs and keep doing Realm War and Arena. Arena gives you Realm War shards. I mean the yellow ones. While the Realm War gives you those orange ones, especially if you get higher level. However, if you're the one who's really rushing, you can keep buying Grymouth, Max Grymouth, and also do the Hydra. So whichever it is, you can get to maximize the cards that you have. Because by evolving the cards or constantly leveling them up, you're able to have this really high stats and really good card combination for your deployment later on. Does anyone have questions regarding about cards or anything game related? If it's about the server opening, I'm sorry guys, but I really don't know about it. And also, by the way, reminding you guys again, for question 1 to 4 and 6 to 9, we will give you items worth 1,000 bound gold ingots. And for question 5 and 10, we will give you items worth 2,500 bound gold ingots. And if you are chosen as a winner, you can follow us in our official Discord and you can message Kendrick. Again, Kendrick is the one that you will find at the top right and has the blue name, Kendrick, with a bot status. Okay? I think that's enough time for you guys. Yep, enough time. So the answer to number 7 is letter A. The profile picture of the Pneumas will change. You probably guys know about it already. But as you can see, Hydra changed from what she was originally. And let's start with question number 8. How many Pneuma shards do you need to summon a level S Pneuma? How many Pneuma shards do you need to summon a level S Pneuma? Is it A, 50, or is it B, 30? So, how many shards does it take to get a level S Pneumas? I'm sure you know the answer by now, because when this was released, everyone was fighting for the cards themselves and praying to the RNG gods to please give me a shard. But yeah, that's it. So, let's talk about where to acquire Pneumas. Was it? 8. Okay. So I probably told you guys already. Okay. Let me just talk to you guys right now. There's not much to talk about if it's like card system, because it's pretty straightforward. You will know what to do by trial and error, and probably your friends told you what to do. So by now, I'm quite embarrassed what to say, but yeah. Where to get the cards. So the cards is, again, cultivation, the Realm War store, the Soul Dust store, and the dungeons. The dungeons is Grymouth, and the dungeons are Grymouth. The cultivation dungeons are the level C cards and occasional level B, and then the other S card is Hydra. Okay. You can also get the shards if you have enough Soul Dust in the Soul Dust store. So this is an example. Oops. Exchange, Soul Dust store. So as you can see, I have 36 Soul Dust. I can use it to get shards for Ruri. But I'm just saving it right now because I don't know what to do yet with it. But yeah, so another way is when you maxed out a card, like for example Hydra. So if you maxed out a Hydra and then you get something from the Riamore store, which is another Hydra card, and your Hydra is already maxed, if you're gonna use it, it's gonna give you a soul dust. So you can only get this, you can only get a soul dust if it's... Oops, I already shared the answer, I'm sorry. But yeah, this is another question for something else. But yeah, you can use it for that one, and then you're able to change it for a soul dust, and you can use the soul dust to buy things in the soul dust store, which is, for example, anyone here. And you can use the shards to hopefully get your level A shard or level B shard. Is there a level B here? No, it's all level A. The rest are SBs. Okay, 1 minute more. Yes, it's DV time. I'm missing out DV because of you guys. Okay. So yeah, let's continue. Okay, that's probably enough time. So the answer to number 8 is letter A, 50. How many Pneumas shards do you need to summon a level S Pneuma? So the answer is A, 50 shards. So pray to God, or pray to whoever gods that you pray to, that you get the card that you want with enough bound gold ingots that you get, because you can only get 200 tries per week, meaning if there's a maintenance on Wednesday, you can have 200 tries until Saturday, until next week it starts on Monday, and you can have another 200 tries by then. And if you're really unlucky, you can spend around 18,000 bound gold ingots to open up the whole thing, because 90 times 200 is equal to 18,000. So just be careful and do not open it success. Okay, I lost the word I was trying to say. But yeah, that's it. Do not try to keep opening it. Try to give it some break, and then you open, and then break, and then you open, because it's quite sad to lose all of those bound gold ingots that you've worked hard for. Okay? So, oh, I forgot to tell you. Question number 9. What will you receive if you use a Pneuma shard of a max star level Pneuma? What will you receive if you use a Pneuma shard of a max star level Pneumas? I've already told you the answer to this one. Is it A, silver ingots, or is it B, soul gems and soul dust? So please, again, you can write your answer down below. So question number 9 again is... Question number 9 is going to be, what will you receive if you use a Pneuma shards of a max star level Pneuma? Is it A, silver ingots, or is it B, soul gem and soul dust? So please write your answer down below, and if you have any question, you can write your question here down below, and hopefully I can try to help you out. So the question, how can I see that I'm a chosen winner? So after the stream, the boss, I call him the boss, will select the winners, and he will message to your comment, and then you'll get the notification about you winning, and then you can follow us with our official Discord, and you can message him directly that, hey sir, I won. So yeah, that's it. And I don't know what happens after that one. So yeah, that's it. So if you have any question, just message it down there, okay? So again, if you like us, or if you follow us, if you like us enough in Perfect World, you can follow us in our official Facebook page, which you are watching right now. And also you can follow us in our official Discord, where you can talk or discuss about your questions in Perfect World Mobile. There are other communities, or really good communities there in the Discord, so I suggest you go there and ask out. And do behave, because there are mods there. The banhammer is really strong. But yeah, that's it. So what else? I think I've gotten most of it already. Yeah, there's not much to talk about except the builds that you need to consider. Like, for example, I'm just gonna tell you funny stories about the card system below. I have a really good friend of mine that is using the Grymouth card, and we used to run this FF2 guild dungeon, and because he's using the Grymouth cards and everyone wasn't really familiar with it, there's this really, like, you know, those hurricanes coming out. So when we're doing the dungeons themselves, we get confused because we have to move left and right from the hurricanes, forgetting that this one comes from our, you know, from our friend. But because that friend was also a tank, he was our tank, so because he's near to the boss and then the hurricanes came from the area of the boss, we all thought that it was the hurricanes from the boss, so we have to avoid it. But in reality, it was just his Grymouth card who keeps procting out. And it was so funny because it was already hard as it is, because FF2 is really hard for some of us. Oh, thank you so much for supporting. Thank you for following us, George Munez. And yeah, so it was really funny, and it's like a next level dungeon run, guild dungeon run, because aside from avoiding the boss and avoiding the reds, we have to avoid like 2 different kinds of hurricanes. And it took us a while to realize that it was his until we got to the last boss, and everyone was laughing so hard that all of us turned out to use the Grymouth card, or most of them was using the Grymouth card, and then there was like a whole like maze where we have to avoid all of these kinds of like hurricanes. It was really fun. It was one of the great memories I've had. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dre. Okay, what else? Thanks, James. Renee, can we talk about the cube? Can't get past those turrets, don't know how to. Okay, if you're talking about the turrets, then that's probably the aerospace. So, how do you deal that is, I suggest you go it from the side. So as you can see that there's gonna be a, how do you tell it? Okay, let me tell you. So there's gonna be like a square box, right? And there's gonna be 4 turrets with the one really like in the main below. Although you came from space, from above, I suggest you go down, or the DPS go down, and you hit the turrets from the side, like you know, where there's no turrets. It's not advisable that you go front to it or like go in deep, because the turrets really hurt a lot, and you want to keep killing those turrets one by one so that it weakens out and eventually you can kill the orb in the middle. So that is my suggestion for you, Renee, because that's the only, like, as much as possible you don't want 2 turrets hitting on you, so you have to angle yourself or your team better, and I suggest you go with a cleric, because whoever is going in there first will get hit a lot, and if it's an archer, most like go distance yourself out. So that's just basically it. If that's the cube, because that's the only turret that I remember, kind of. Okay, so let's answer now. The answer to question number 9 is letter B. Soul gems and soul dust, which you guys already knew. Next, last question. What will happen if you activate the SP mode of a Pneuma? What will happen if you activate the SP mode of a Pneuma? Is it A, the Pneuma will get stat boost and special effects, or is it B, the Pneumas will become super polite? Wow, super polite. Okay, question number 10. What will happen if you activate the SP mode of a Pneuma? Is it A, the Pneuma will get a stat boost and special effect, or is it B, the Pneuma will become super polite? So you can you can write your answers down below. And this is the last question, and this is worth items. This is worth items worth 2,500 pound gold ingots. excuse my English right there. Okay, what else? Yes, Renee, you should attack the same turret. The goal here is to get one turret down as much as possible together. So if you don't have enough DPS, you should focus on one turret at a time. Okay? The next is, can you talk to PWM to merge SA7 servers? There's a lot of SA7 going on. I'm sorry guys, as much as I want to help you, there's a limit to my access and control. However, I suggest you can message the contacts or the customer service about this, and I'm sure the devs are doing what they can, because as far as I know, there is a certain limit or situation for your servers to be merged, like activity by people or market. I don't know what they do, but I'm sure they're doing their best and to give you the best, the game the best way possible. Yeah, let's just leave it like that. Okay, so that's it. What else do I need to share? What else do I need to share? So there was something that I want to check out. So then again, guys, you pick a card that suit you in your leading skill. It doesn't have to be an S card. It can also be an A card, depending on what you want to achieve. Because sometimes you need to change your cards depending on the situation and roles. Like for example, are you a Sage Archer? You would want to pick this. If you're like a DPS, main DPS, or do you want protection? Do you want those hurricanes? Or do you want the Hell King? You decide it carefully, because it doesn't have to be the same as others. What matters most is it suits your playstyle and your role in the game. Okay. Which elixir is best for Vulpine Eidolon? So elixir is not by class. It's by what type of Eidolon you have. Depends. Yes, you're correct, Agnes. Oh wow, yeah, okay. So what happens is you need to select or what kind of your Eidolon you have. Like for example, in my case, I have a goblin, and if I have a goblin, I would want to make sure that I don't I'm more of a defense cleric. I don't need to do DPS, and I don't have Areola like the Drain Chi or like something. So in my case, I have Avatar and I have the Vitality, because Avatar gives me immune effects. You know, most of my builds are more of the rare elixirs, but if you can't afford a rare elixir, you can go for this ones, which is like magic attack. So things that you need to consider first when you're picking an elixir is that you read these things out. You know, you check the encyclopedia and you make sure you have these passive skills. Please make sure you have the passive skills, because there's like certain conditions that you need to achieve, such as making sure that your passive skills are level 10. Like for example, in this case, mine is above level 10, so that fits the criteria. However, in your case, what was it? Oh, thank you for following us, Breno Oliveira. JP, you have a Flame Rider. So Flame Rider is what? A magic attack. Archive. So Flame Rider has magic attack. Yeah. So you can follow us in our official Discord, and you can ask the community there on what's the best elixir for your character, because there's also a lot of people helping you out. So make sure to follow us in our official Discord. But my suggestion to you is that if you have the skills that you need, the Spellbreaker would be a good one, because magic is one of the great requirements, or really good requirements, for a Flame Rider. So if you have the magic one, this blue thing, this is magic. If you have the level 10 above, you can get the Spellbreaker elixirs. And you can also check the elixir encyclopedia on what passive skills you have, so you can get the most out of it. Okay, That's it. Which best Adelion for PvP wizard? PvP wizard. I would suggest an Areola. Although the Spitfire is also really good, Goblin is also really good. It really depends on how much you're willing to spend in the game. Because, like for example, do you want to have separate pets for PvP and PvE, or do you want to go climb up the Mirage dungeons, or do you hate dying? In my case, thank you for following us, Gilherme Bennett. I hope I've pronounced that right, but yeah. Yeah, so basically in picking an Adelion is that you have to know more about your playstyle, because in my case as a Sage Cleric, I really hate dying so much that I just invested in Goblin, and I'm not much of a whale because having a lot of pets, it's like a money sink, and you have to make sure you get like a really good pet, get it to a really good level before investing to something else. So if you're not a whale, you can stick to one S-pet depending on your playstyle, but if you're a whale, I would suggest you get one for PvP and one for PvE. So that's one of my suggestions for you. Okay? Yeah, that's it. So the answer to question number 10 is letter A. Letter A. The Pneuma will get a stat boost and special effects. So that's the answer to it. Let me just share that real quick. So basically, you will get an SP boost. An SP boost is applicable anytime. So you can pick it out immediately or probably later. So what a stat boost does, or an SP, it gives you a 15% additional effect, I think, because I don't have it, but from what I know, it gives you an additional 15% effect to the current card that you have. So the higher your card levels, the better the effects will be. So this is one of the considerations that you need to do in your character. So some people would wait to max level their cards yet and then get the SP, or some just get the SP for the 15% boost. But it really doesn't matter. It's up to you to which is one you prioritize. But having the SP is really good for you later on for your card system. So I think that's enough. 15%, yes. Let me see. Does Dex give magic attack stats from Adelion? So to answer your question, you can know that by checking the details. And was it this one? Yeah. As you can see, due to the new upgrade that they did, the Dex now says here that there's attack speed and masters P-attack, M-attack, hit, or evasion bonus. So before there was no magic attack at all, but now they've added it, which is a really great thing. And now we're able to get the most out of the Dex, because depending on your pet, you would want to put a Dex build so they will attack faster, because the point of a Dex build is that there's going to be attack speed, or like, the fastest cooldown reduction, but the more how often the skills proc. Are you all gonna upgrade Dragon Fighter? Sorry guys, can't help you with that. Okay, so that is the end of this stream. Again, all of the winners, you can follow us in our official Discord, and you can like us here on Facebook and follow us. And if you like my stream and if you like me enough, you can follow me in these links down below in my stream. So thank you everyone. It was a pleasure to meet all of you, and see you for the next stream. Bye bye. Oh, by the way, the new class is coming soon, so I hope you guys are ready. See you guys next time.